Hey guys, Rob here, and today you join me for episode 43 of How It Was Made, and this is my quick turnaround of this BBR Ferrari California T model. Now, I was never a fan of this colour from the start, but I bought this during the Black Friday sales for around €190 with the intention to repaint it and put a bigger set of wheels on the model. Now, these are the wheels that I assumed I'd be using. These are from diecasttuning.be, and first step, as always, strip the model down. Now, there's not that many parts on this resin model, so they're all basically attached with a rubbery hot glue type of material, and they could all be removed pretty easily with no damage. So next, first thing I wanted to do was check the fitment of these wheels. Now, these wheels are a 20-inch front and a 21-inch rear, which is a stagger, which they do a lot on the Californias. And to make those fit, I had to sand a bit of the inside wheel wells with the Dremel to make sure that the wheels didn't poke out past the fenders. Now, I had to cheat a little bit on the rears because the wheel wells aren't so deep and these tyres are so wide, so I actually notched out the inside edge of the rear wheels so that they fit against the BBR inside wheel well. Once the model's finished, you will never ever see that. But first, I decided to tackle the interior. I was just going to leave it black, but then I decided to repaint it. So I stripped it down to all the parts, used some wax and grease remover over all the parts, and then applied some white Tamiya primer onto all the parts in preparation for this color. Now, I painted all of the interior parts in red, including the bottom section of the dashboard. The seats I could not remove from the interior pan, so I just painted those in situ, but all the other parts were able to be painted separately, as you can see here. Now, the dashboard, I just had to mask the top section up and then paint the bottom section, and then come back and hand paint a few details like the black section here underneath the switch bridge. And I just simply glued the photo etched pedals and footrest back in place. Now, when I masked up the dashboard, it actually pulled off the navigation screen, so I just made a quick decal on my home printer and applied that to the dashboard. I made some new red seat belts now that the interior is red, as the black seat belts would have looked funny, and I glued those into place. Now onto the body. I just basically rubbed all the body down with 240 grit sandpaper and then applied some white Tamiya primer. As you can see here, front and rear, I've just masked up the black under rear diffuser. Just having a look with another set of wheels that I was possibly going to use, but they were just not big enough. I then went out to the spray booth and I sprayed a white base coat, followed by a couple of coats of Fuji Bianco Pearl, and then I finished that off with a couple of coats of 2K Clear. So under the bright light here, you can really see the sparkle in the Fuji Bianco Pearl. I really love that colour, and these are the side mirrors as well, which were sprayed at the same time. Now, once that had dried for around 36 hours, I masked up the body so that I could paint the headlights black and the windscreen frame and the inside of the interior as well. I then came back with a paintbrush and painted all the wheel wells and the scoop openings just with black Tamiya enamel. I then started to assemble the headlights. DRLs went in with the headlights. The all-metal BBR grille just went back into place, no problems. And then onto the back of the model, I started fitting the rear brake lights, third brake light, and the lower reflectors. I then added some Ferrari decals. They're available usually on the BBR model store website, and I re-glued the side turn signals on as well. Front headlight lenses were then glued back in with some micro scale crystal clear, and same as the front window as well. So I always use that rather than super glue because it doesn't fog or haze the clear plastic. Bit of tape to hold it in place for an hour or so, and then once that was dry, I glued the windscreen wipers back on. So just having a look with this original set of wheels, these are 20-inch front and rear. but these are the Brixton Forged 20-inch fronts, 21-inch rears, which fill the guards a lot better. So decided to paint the brake calipers yellow, so masked up the rotors, sprayed the calipers yellow and added some Ferrari decals to the calipers. I then fitted the tyres to the wheels for the last time, added some Ferrari decal centre caps, and then I glued the brake assemblies into the back of the wheels. Getting closer here, time to assemble the model, so I started gluing the red interior pieces in, dashboard, rear seat, door trims, then the interior pan was fitted back into the model. Everything went nice and smoothly, went back together how it came apart. Then I flipped the model over and glued the wheels on for the last time. And then I decided to add the original BBR California T number plate, as I felt the back looked a little bit bare. And then I mounted it on a new red leather BBR base, and I just transferred the original badges off the original base onto my new red base, and added a Brixton Forged wheels logo on the front left corner of the base as well. So overall, I think I turned an ugly duckling wine red Ferrari California T into something a lot more special. It's definitely a one-of-a-kind model. I'm sure it doesn't suit everyone's cup of tea, but I like to push the boundaries with colour combinations on these models sometimes. And even though the full red interior is quite bold, I think it works really well with the Fuji Bianco pearl white exterior. So overall, really happy with how this came out. I turned this model around in around 20 hours. It was pretty quick, as it was just a repaint. But stay tuned, plenty more model reviews, plenty more custom models to reveal over the next months. So stay tuned. But until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.